today I would like to do a tutorial on how to set up a fork of a GitHub repository that you would like to contribute to, and how to do a pull request to that said repository. Let's say you have a repository called Unicorn Poop and you want to add a contribution to it. So what you would do is you could clone it, but you won't be able to push up to this repo because it doesn't belong to you. So what you need to do is fork it. So you go over here to the top of the GitHub page here, and there's this little fork button. So you click fork, and then you wait a certain amount of time. It'll fork it, fancy little animation, and there we go. Now I have my own forked copy of the repo, and no big deal. So now I can clone this, and it has my username, and I can make any changes I want to it. Then once I'm ready to contribute to the branch, then I would do a pull request to compare and pull request. Let's first of all start off by going to our terminal here, and we're going to do a little bit of a git clone, paste in the repo, your fork of the repo, and let it clone down. There we go. And then once it's done downloading, so go ahead and cd into it, unicorn poop, cool, okay. And then we go ahead and make some changes. So we'll open up our code editor by typing code and a period and hit enter, and then our VS Code instance will start up. And what I'm going to do here is probably just change something in the README just for an example. This is an example. Change. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well met. Well met. And there we go. So we save that. Now we have one change ready to be staged for commit. We'll go ahead and hit get status, and we can see that the README has changed. Actually, we can zoom this in. So we can see that the file did change. We're good to go. And then what we'll do is go ahead and get add -p, and this will let us view all of the lines that are changed. And basically we only added 2 extra lines, well 3 if you include the extra return. And then we're just going to go ahead and hit yes. There we go. So now if we hit get status, or GST for short ZSH commands, you can see that the modified README is staged for commit. So what we want to do is hit git commit, but if we do this, this will bring up the interactive UI. And so let's type in something like makes a very important change to the documentation. If there was a particular issue number that you were trying to fix, you could reference it in the commit message, and GitHub will automatically link this pull request with a fix for that particular issue. So if we go in and go back to Unicorn Poop, we can go and make ourselves an issue. The README needs more, capital MOAR, and I think it needs more docs and more sparkles. Anything you want to do. So we're submitting a new issue to somebody else's repo. Boom. And basically what we want to do now in our commit, since this fixes that issue, we want to type in fixes space pound number of the issue. There we go. So that's all you need to do for the message there. Then hit Control X down here at the bottom to exit, and then save modified buffer. Yes. And then hit enter. Boom, bada bing. And the next step is you can use the GitHub CLI. Do a Google search for GitHub CLI, GHPR for pull request, create. And then if you hit enter, it'll drop you into an interactive experience, which will walk you through how to make a pull request. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Git switch -c for create docs. The branch name is now docs. Git switch main, and then we can go to git reset head by 1 -- hard. That'll undo the commit that we had done on main. Git switch back to the back to docs, and now let's try that GitHub PR create, and then we have a title. Go ahead and hit submit. And so what this does, it'll push this up to our instance of the fork. Now the pull request is automatically there, and it has our commit in there, and the owner can look at all this stuff. They can see the commit message, they can see the files changed. Oh, GitHub Actions. Yeah, so they can see all the changes, and they can view them. So now I'm signing myself in as the owner, as the god of the Unicorn Poop repo. And I can see, oh, look, there's a pull request. Oh my, it looks so good. How about that? There's a little view button right there. And so you can view each of the files. I don't know what that does, but it makes me feel better about it. And we go over here back to the conversation, and down here I can merge the pull request. So I merge it in, confirm merge, and now it is part of the repo. So now I'm back on the main, and I want to make another change, but I need to make sure that my stuff is updated. So what could happen is I could make a new branch, switch -c next change. Why didn't it switch to that other branch? Git switch -c next change. What the hell? There we go. It's all spelled wrong. Don't judge me. Touch new file .txt. We can git add and git commit new file added. Okay. And now we want to go to make a pull request. We don't really know about any of the other changes. This could be somebody else's change could have got merged in too. So we don't really know at this stage. So we go to GitHub, PR, create, and we make another pull request. Boom, bada bing. We can go in and look at the pull requests, and we can see that the new file is added. Oh, of course, it doesn't have any merge conflicts. Oh, yeah, so it wouldn't have any merge conflicts. So we actually need to do something else. I wanted to make something that would have some differences. Come back over to VS Code, and we can now kind of amend this one right here. So we want to just change some of the lines and really mess with a test project for making tutorial videos and such. Unicorn poop 42, you know? So we add that stuff on, and then, so this would actually give us a conflict because we're changing a file that's the same. So we go to git and git add, and we're just adding everything in one fell swoop, and then git commit -- amend -- no edit. And so this will add that file, that change onto our last commit, git log. So that way it's still the same commit, but it's a different version of the commit than what is currently on the remote branch. So we have to push it to overwrite the remote branch. So we're going to go to git push -- force. So that's one of the instances where force is useful. And so that'll actually update automatically our pull request, because the pull request is referencing our fork's branch. So what we'll do, let's go over here and hit refresh now, and it'll say, oh my God, this branch has conflicts that must be resolved. And so you could resolve the conflicts, and then if you do that, like the owner could do that, but then it would create this extra merge. But really, if you just rebased it, you could resolve the conflicts on your end and then do a reforce push. Git switch back to main, and then git log. So we see we only have one commit, but we should have the other commit, the second commit that we did. So we want to git remote -v. I think we can list all of the remotes. It looks like we only have origin. So we actually need to add another remote on. Click clone the code, go git remote, add upstream, like that. Git fetch -- all. So this will fetch the origin, and it'll also fetch the upstream remotes. Git rebase upstream /main. Cool. And now if we go to git log, so it shows that we have the merge, we have the new change that I did, and then the merge that the author did. So there we go. And then what we want to do is switch back to our branch. So git switch next change, and now we go to git log. It still has this other new commit, and it's missing all the commits in between this one and the original initial commit. And so it's the same thing, but now we want to rebase our version of main, which we could also rebase the origin upstream main too. But this is just like an extra step just to keep you organized. That way, next time you go to make a change, your main is already updated. So we want to go git rebase main. And then what it will do is remove our commit from the head and then try to play our changes on top. And so what happened here, we had a merge conflict where it's showing us that the head, which is the current change, which is the main, and then it shows our change, which is not right. We'll just try to manually edit these to where they're similar, except the current change. Boom. And our particular update. Plus, it'll have that new file that we added, which is empty. Git add period, git rebase -- continue. So now we go to git log, and here we can see that the third change that we made is here, the second change is here, and the merge is right there, and then the initial commit. So everything is the way it should be. Our changes should be the next thing on the very top of the tree. Good. Cool beans. Now we need to git push force. Very good. So now we can go back over here and we can look at our pull request again. And we have that new one that we did there. Boom. And it's going to check to see if it's able to merge automatically, because this is what you want. Look, this branch has no conflicts with the base branch. There we go. That's what we wanted. Otherwise, if there's conflicts, then you got a problem. Or that'll always happen if you contribute to a project that has a lot of other contributors. Before you can merge your branch, you're going to have to go and rebase it, And as the owner, there is a way that you can pull down somebody's remote branch as well. Oh my God, it's so bright. Take a look at that. There's this little opens with button up here. So I click on it and it says GitHub CLI, and I click down that, and then it says GitHub PR checkout 3. And so if I type that in, I can actually check out this pull request. So, and then we can see that the changes well met have happened here. We're adding some junk on. Oh, what happened there? Oh, come on. It looks like it actually committed a bunch of garbage, but that shouldn't have happened. I think I just forgot to save. So, but since that happened, see, look at that. This is why we review stuff. Like, whoops, that happened. And it looks like I didn't save the file. So, and that is totally what happened. So I'm going to save that and see if that comes in. It's not a big deal because I can git add -p, and looks like it's replacing all this stuff. So I want to hit yes. And now I can go to git commit -- amend no edit, or git push -- force. And that'll force push the changes. And then I'll show you that when we refresh, those changes should be fixed. So sometimes this stuff happens, but it's not a big deal if you're using pull requests and stuff like that, because that gives you some ability to stop yourself from making shitty commits. Confirm merge, there we go. So we're merging that in just like that, and boom, bada bing, we're good to go. So, yeah, that's all we got to do then. So that's basically how you do it. If you want to do a pull request, that's a pretty good breakdown of how to do it. But if you have anything, if you're not doing anything later and you want to come watch me stream, I'm usually streaming every day on twitch.tv/advolkits. Come check me out, and you can ask me anything and ask me to do a tutorial on the fly, and I'll explain something for you. Peace out. Have a good day.